Yo, what's good? Breaking down this beat that I made for this guy up on the screen. Also part of the Cinematrix server. You should join the link. It's gonna be in the description below. Alright, let's get started. Yeah, let's get started. I got this melody. This is actually from Nico Patty. You know, the one that made Nico's Next Bots. I'll play it by itself, isolated. And also, the melody that is layered on top of it is also from the same guy who sent the preview for the kit. I'm previewing his kit. I don't know why I said, you get what I mean.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Here's the isolated version. It sounds way different from the original, how it first sounded. Sorry, I sound sick. Oh my gosh. I probably am getting sick, but it's okay. The original sounds like this. Let me see the mix. Just a EQ to EQ at the low ends. So it's pretty cool. And then I have like some drums, some like basic drums. I don't know how to explain it, but it's from a song from Sonic. It's actually up on the screen. Definitely recommend checking that song out. It's really cool. But here's the isolated version. Of course, EQ'd out the low end. Don't want the kick in there, especially if it's layered with the drums. And then you get the whole version. Of course, there's like risers, transitions, stuff like that. Some crazy stuff like cinematic. And then there's a drum fill. There's actually 3 throughout the whole song, but it's like every 4 measures. EQ out. It's pretty cool. Alright, and then the full intro. Alright, we're about to get into the drop section. I have another guy. His name's Bankrupt. He made the drums. Little does he know, I actually took it from his project file. But still, it sounds really good. I put it on this track. Yeah, loops basically the entire way. I added a ride, just a jazz ride, to make it sound better. Like, better on every 2 drops, or 2 measures, yeah. The drums still played throughout. Then this, what is this? Oh, these are the voxes. So the voxes, it's interesting. It contrasts as well throughout the entire beat, so it's sort of sticking in there. I also have Fly in the Freedom, same song as before. Check it out. This is like an edited version of it, and it's like, I just had to compact it all together. Then the 808s. I mean, drums and everything kind of need 808s. There's no kick, surprisingly, but you need 808s anyway. It doesn't sound good unless it's mixed with everything. So then this is the drop. This part is really cool because it strays away from like all this extra drum stuff. I have the snare. It's actually layered with two different snares. They're both layered on top of each other and it makes it sound really tight. And then of course the Vox are still playing. I have the drums. I think these are different drums in the song. No, it's still the same. Okay. Then of course I chopped it up a bit to make it sound different. This is a Reese. Instead of the 808, I switched over to the Reese, and I have a side chain on it in Shaper Box. I made my own side chain. It looks really weird, but it makes sense. So the attack will go up. It's just a tiny bit of attack. Then it goes down. I mean, I don't have to explain sidechain. Really cool stuff. Sounds really good, contrasting to all the melody, melodic factors, all that. Different hi-hats. This is actually a amen break. We have another hi-hat. Well, this is the regular hi-hat. Sounds like some exotic stuff you would hear from like Brazil and stuff. I don't know, Brazil is the GOAT. This is a perk loop. I don't know why I added this in, but it sounds pretty good altogether. Yeah, super cool. And then melody plays throughout the whole way. Yeah, that's it. This section's really cool. I like it. There's one more section. This is jazz. So from the original, what was it? Flying the Freedom. There's a jazz section. I mean, the whole thing basically sounds like jazz, but I decided to do my own drums. Bro, so vibrant, everything. You have the hats from earlier, the Brazilian hats. You have the amen break. Amen breaks on it, sounds so good. And then you have the same Reese from earlier. It's layered on with the jazz drums. It makes it sound so good. Then you have these different, like, perks, I guess you could say. It's actually a clap, but in this scenario, it's a perk. And then you have this little thing. Sounds weird. Downlifter. Just to go into the drop. Nice little crash. A snap, like, all the way through, so it'll be, like, basically like how a clap is. You get the point. And then that's it. That's literally the whole beat. It is really interesting. 3 different parts. This is just experimental. Trying something out for my first video. So let me know how you think. probably whenever I find the time, I might extend it and just post it on YouTube. YouTube, Instagram, something like that. But thank you all for watching. This was my tutorial. What do I even say here? What am I even gonna edit here?